We can improve our relationship by leaps and bounds if we become encouragers instead of critics. Do you have any little bit of sort of insight for our listeners for how you can do more of the encouraging and less of the criticizing?
I think it comes when you stop criticizing yourself. I think you become better at not criticizing your partner.
You beat yourself up on that a lot.
Oh my God, this is the worst. I have my own rule. I don't think it applies to anyone. Like, I just feel like if I'm going to say something that is going to offend someone, I shouldn't say it. But I'm also a human being. I get to say things all the time that offend someone. And that's why sometimes it's so hard for me to even do this podcast, because I'm worried I may say something that people don't agree with. People think it's dumb. People think I don't have, I don't have the authority to speak on it. And so I choose my words sometimes too carefully because I'm worried about what people are going to think. And it's not so much what people are going to think, it's what I'm going to think about myself. And I come home and I'm like, oh my God, I should not have said that. That was so stupid. That was so dumb. And I know some people have they criticize themselves and how they look. I don't have those issues of criticizing my body, which a lot of women struggle with. I look at myself in the mirrors and most days I'm like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. I'm so gorgeous. So that is not my problem. My problem is self-criticism on shit that I say that I should not have said.
Right.
And you get to experience that.
I do. So I want to not criticize you for criticizing yourself, but actually encourage you to really be who you are and allow those chips to fall where they may. Because in our relationship, if I make a mistake, you're willing to you're so gracious about my errors, 90% of the time, maybe 80-20. But you're really, really good about letting me make mistakes and being, well, then let's just see where that takes us. Pretty beautiful. And what about giving that to yourself of you know what? Can you be as gracious with you as you are with me? I think it's worth it. And in some ways I'm surprised to hear that because you're a very strong and powerful and forceful human being. That's always going to mean that whenever you put yourself out there in the world, you're actually setting yourself up for a certain amount of failure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I need to learn how to navigate that world of not censoring myself so much because of, so that I don't say something that I think is dumb,
Yeah.
And even when I say something and it offends someone, I think that's not the intention, because I think intent is really important when you say something. It's I can also be if someone says I'm hurt by this, I can also take full responsibility and say I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, but not saying it because I'm worried I'm going to hurt them. And then if I say it and I see their demeanor changes, then I feel so shitty for having said it, and I beat myself up for that so much.
Yeah.